Before we get started with this episode, I wanted to give a special shout out to this episode's paid sponsor, budgetbakers.com, and their personal finance manager, Wallet. Wallet is your personal finance planner that helps you to save money, plan your budget, and track your spending. Essentially, you become your own finance manager. It connects with over 58,000 banks worldwide and handles any currency using the same level of security as your own bank. And best of all, they do not sell your customer data to anyone. The app is available on Android from the Google Play Store and on iOS from the Apple App Store. Just search for Wallet by Budget Bakers or visit budgetbakers.com for more information. And listeners of the Behavioral Economics and Marketing podcast get a special deal when they download the app from budgetbakers.com/behavior. Check it out. The link is in the description of this episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Behavioral Economics and Marketing podcast series. This is Sandra Thomas-Comenole. In this episode, we will explore how leaders can champion the IKEA Effect to elevate team engagement. So jumping in, what is IKEA Effect? The IKEA Effect is a cognitive bias that implies consumers place a disproportionately high value on items that they have played a part in creating. In 2012, three well-known researchers, Michael Norton, Daniel Moshon, and Dan Ariely, conducted a study where two groups of participants received IKEA boxes. The boxes either had to be assembled or didn't. The participants then had an auction where they had to bid for the furniture. The results showed that the builders were willing to pay 63% more than the non-builders, even though the furniture looked identical. This study was part of a 4-part study that formed the foundation of the IKEA Effect. Okay, so let's apply this to marketing leadership in how to champion the IKEA Effect to elevate team engagement. The IKEA Effect is all about how personal investment in a process or product creates and increases value. Team members that feel valued and involved in the process will be more invested, not only in the team, but its success as well. A few practical ways to champion the IKEA Effect is through open communication, involving the team in the process, recognizing extra effort, team-building activities, exercising empathy, and investing in your team members. Number 1, communicate openly and regularly. This may sound like a no-brainer, but communication will often fall to the wayside in a fast-paced environment. Make it a point to have regular team and one-on-one communications. Schedule weekly or monthly meetings. Let your team know the important information such as sales targets, product updates, and projects that are coming down the pipeline. It is so important to let your team know of new projects that might be coming in before it comes in. During this space, leaders should open the floor and allow the team to share their own updates, opinions, and suggestions. Number 2, get everyone involved. The old adage of having skin in the game comes into play here. When considering a new project, think about who the stakeholders are and who will be involved in the project's success. These are the people who should be involved in the decision-making process. A great example from my own experience was when I was designing marketable independent travel packages for a tour operator. These packages generally included a few nights hotel along with a car, and maybe a few extras such as admissions to events or spa treatments. Though these travel packages did really well bringing leads in, they were often not booked. I asked the inside sales team for their input. What I found was that these packages were difficult for the sales team, especially if there were any changes or upgrades. So I started to include alternative hotels, car upgrades, etc. This small change made it easier for the sales team to book the package and resulted in a huge increase in sales. Getting all the stakeholders involved is so important to the success of your project. Number 3, recognize extra effort. One of the best team boosters is to recognize extra effort by team members, publicly and in front of the entire team. The more appreciated your team feels, the more invested they are in their work. Number 4, develop team-building events. From eating lunch together, virtual games, social events, or team-building outings, find something that fits your team, time, and budget. The more your team feels like a team, the more invested they are in their work. Number 5, exercise empathy. Find common ground with your team members. Ask them how they're doing and really care about their response. Being an empathetic leader will always bring out the best in your team and get them more invested in the team's success. Number 6, invest in your team. This is a two-way street. If you want your team to be invested, you need to invest in them. Economic studies have proven time and time again that the most effective way to increase output is to invest in the human capital. In layman's terms, this means to give them the tools that they need to do their job, send them to industry conferences, let them take classes, mentor them, know their professional goals, and help them to attain their goals. Wrapping it up, understanding how we as humans make decisions is an important part of marketing and leadership. Behavioral economics is the study of decision making and can give keen insight into employee behavior and help to shape your leadership style. In this episode, we explore how to champion the IKEA effect to elevate engagement on your team through open communication, involving the team in the process, recognizing extra effort, team building activities, exercising empathy, and investing in your team members. If you are enjoying this podcast, give me a shout out, like it, share it, follow it, and review it. Also, if you enjoy my style but want to learn more about travel destinations, you are in luck. I just launched a new travel podcast, the Hub and Spoken Travel Show. Check it out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or online at www.hubandspokentravelshow.com. Thank you for listening to another episode of Behavioral Economics and Marketing. This is Sandra Thomas-Comenole.